Well, going over the Delaware Memorial Bridge on our way to Maskells Mill Pond in New Jersey. And I don't know if you can see it on the dashboard, it's 86 degrees and it's 4:45 in the morning. So it's going to be a scorcher today, and we're getting an early start, and I don't know how long we're going to be on the water, probably not that long, depending on how good the fishing is. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll see some festive fish catching action. Bye.
Pedal down the open road, catch a fish where rivers flow, flying high where drones do go, bike and fish and fly, let's roll.
Okay, so we took off from the ramp and took a left, heading toward the spillway. You can see the spillway now in the distance. As we made our way down, I fished along the right side while Herman took the left. I caught my first fish right about there where you see the kayaker. I actually spoke to him later back at the ramp, and you'll hear his story later in the video. There's the spillway. You can hear the water running over it. Herman landed one fish on the left there. Then we both turned left again. I stayed on the right, and Herman stuck it to the left. I caught most of my fish working that right bank, and Herman picked up a few as well. By the time we reached the far end, I had landed 5 bass and one other species. More on that later in the video. I couldn't go any further because I started losing sight of the drone, so I had to turn it around. You'll see in a moment how I got a better view of the pond by flying up to the drone's maximum altitude around 400 feet. That gave us a nice look at the far end of the pond, marked by the green arrow you'll see on the screen. Okay, while we're fishing, we started heading back to the ramp, which is just on this side of the bridge to the right. We went under the bridge, and you'll see that shot soon. It wasn't too scary, though I did come uncomfortably close to some spiders, and I had maybe an inch of head clearance under there. On the other side, Herman took the right bank and picked up another 5 or 6 fish. I lagged behind, fished a little on the sunny side, and I managed to catch one more before we wrapped it up. Our final count was 22 fish and 1 turtle. We'll break it all down at the end of the video. As you can see, the lake was glassy calm, not a ripple. I tried top water, thinking it would be perfect conditions, but no luck. And with barely a breeze, there wasn't much to cool us off either. We both had to go under a second time to get out. Once you get under the bridge, you turn left, and the ramp is right there. Still was a great day on the water. No monsters this time. Our biggest fish was 17.5 inches. 17.5-inch bass that Herman caught, but we had a blast. This is just one of the many Jersey mill ponds we love to fish. Until next time, tight lines. Nice one, nice one, nice one. On the shadworm. On the shadworm. I'll measure in a second. Eh, 13 inches, not bad. Ooh, it's nice and warm though. Alright, let me show you. I caught it on one of my homemade shadworms. These are the same ones that Yamamoto makes, but he doesn't make this color. Red. And I was throwing a gray color, nothing. So I guess they like the red. All right, got the skunk off the boat. See sunrise coming up. So we're out here pretty early. It's only 6:05. All right, let's keep them going. Okay, the sun is up now. It's 6:33, and I'm going to the spillway. See how deep it is there. See if I could see any fish on the fish finder. It was 7 feet just behind me. I hear water going over the spillway. I will find some shade, I think, when we get over this way. I can't wait to get out of the sun, but it's going to be a while, I think. Sun is hot today. It's going to be 98. I got to paddle out of the sun for now. Well, it's a new moon. I wanted to get out. Man, the sun just won't go away. Let's see what the depth is here. 9 feet. No, 5.7. Water is 83 degrees. Not marking any fish. I don't know what to throw. It's another homemade shadworm. Oh, let's try the red bug. Just a little guy, but it's all right. You can jump in the boat for me? Jump out of the boat for me? Little guy. He was fun. All right, so that's number 2. Got another one. That's good. Not a small one, but that's all right. Little guy. So it looks like they like June bug, huh? June bug finesse worms. This guy is bait. Holy, how did he even try to bite this thing? Well, it's a fish. Well, it's a fish. It's number 4. So I started having success when I switched to the June bug finesse worm. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have a June bug shad worm with me. I had some. I made some years ago. I don't think I have any left, but I can make them. Make them when I get home today, maybe, if it's not too hot in the garage. So the GoPro on my chest just shut down. Overheating. Not too much of a surprise. I don't know what the temperature is now. It's 82, but it's no wind. And it's I've been in the sun now for a while, so. I got a bluegill on a worm. Look at that. On a finesse worm. Let's not use this one anymore. Okay, I got the GoPros back, but I'm not going to use hindsight because it makes them hot because they're recording all the time. So you won't see me casting, but if I catch more fish, you'll see me as soon as I hook them. I'll turn the cameras on. I don't know how long that's going to last either because they just may not last. It's going to be 98 degrees out here. There's no wind, so it's hard for them to cool down. There's Herman across the pond. So I got 5 bass, 1 bluegill, and he's the same. Last I talked to him. So we'll see. Not a terrible day, but not as good as I thought we would get. I thought we'd both have double digits. And we still might. We've only been fishing for 2.5 hours. I don't know how much longer we're going to go because it's going to get really hot. And it's going to get even hotter. It's supposed to be 98 today. Right now I'm not feeling too bad, but I didn't wear as many clothes today to keep the sun off me because I figured heat stroke was more of an issue than sunburn. But I do have a lot of sun lotion on, but not enough, and I ran out. Not a good thing. Another one. Little guy. But he counts. Alright. Tiny guy. So it's 6 and 1. So I'm catching him on this June bug finesse worm. And I think I mentioned it before. I don't have any June bug shad worms. I wish I did. But I'll make some. I don't know if you can see it, but Herman's trying to go underneath the bridge. It looks like he's doing it. I'll give it a try when I get there, but I don't know. Yeah, he's doing it. I don't know if I could bend over like that. Well, I should have videoed that, but I made it under the bridge. I'm going to follow Herman in the shady side. Probably not the best thing to do, but I don't feel like sitting in the sun. I think we're going to have to go under the bridge to get out of here, because I don't think there's an easy way. Is it right there? Yeah, we might be able to get out right over there. All right, back to fishing for a little bit. Okay, it's 88 degrees out. We've been out here 4 hours. I don't know how much more we're going to be. It's brutal in the sun. You just can't. That's why I'm following Herman. I should be going up the other side where no one fished yet. but it's in the sun, and it's brutal in the sun. It's brutal. So I don't know how much longer we're going to stay. I mean, I'm not really hot yet. So, and the problem is there's no breeze. I mean, a little bit. All right, time to switch baits. I got the green pumpkin shadworm, and I'm going to switch to a red one. I think I have that on the other rod. Yep, I do. So these are homemade worms, as you know by now. Get out of here a little bit, back up a little. I see something on the other side there making noise. I don't know what it is. How deep are we here? I'm guessing 4.3 feet. 3.9, that's not too bad. Well, you just missed that one. I turned it off instead of turning on. That was a 12-incher, so that was number 8. And I switched to a red shadworm, shown here. I was recording and I shut it off. Forgot I was recording. I turned it off when I was catching the fish. Great move. Let's see if we can get some more. So, talk a little bit while I fish. When I was passing by the ramp before I went underneath the bridge, there was a kayaker who was putting his kayak in the water off his trailer. And he said he had fished here once before this year when he was in a tournament. So I asked him what tournament was he in. He said South Jersey Kayak Bass Fishing Club. And I told him that I was one of the founding members. There was like maybe 12 of us. Jeff Shaw started the club, and it was Lane Ely, Dennis Robinson. God, I can't remember all the guys' names now. And I was in it for about, Stu Cohen. And I was in the club for about maybe 7 or 8 years. I'll put a link, I'll put a number up above the date, the year that it was started. And what happened was I bought a kayak at the Wilderness Kayak, Tarpon 120, yellow one, which I fished with in tournaments. And I bought it, and then, you know, when you buy a kayak, I bought it new, and then I started looking at the, holy cow. This is what's wrong with this. So, I was looking on Craigslist, and there was an advertisement to start a club. It was in Jersey, and I lived in Delaware at the time. And so I went to the first meeting, and the club got started. And we were just making all the rules as we went. And I think it was one of the first kayak fishing clubs at that time. I mean, kayak fishing had just started to take off. I got a story about that one too, but I'll save that for another day. And I'll put the year that we started the club. I think it was like February, or the meetings. The original meeting was, I think it was at the Hamilton Library. And it was maybe April, March. Well, it was early. It was like January, February. And It was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of us were just learning. A lot of us were new to relatively novice. I mean, I fished for a long time, but not that much as an adult. And a lot of us were just getting into it. So we were kind of all starting out at the same place. Now, the club is, the guy I was just talking to says they got spot lock on there. They got pedal drives, spot lock. I don't know how you have spot lock without a motor, because he said motors aren't allowed yet. We're going to ask him that. But, so it's come a long way. I got rid of all my pedal kayaks. I had 2 of them because they're just too hard, too heavy for me to handle. And I don't want to have a, I mean, if I had a trailer, I could do it, but I don't want a trailer. I'm trying to simplify things. So, I see Herman may be coming back. Maybe we're going to start heading out. But, so I saw that member. It was kind of neat. He didn't recognize any of the names I put, so I think they actually split off. Oh, Herman just caught another one. They split it off. And the old guy split off and started a new club. I think maybe because of the... What's up? What do you got? Yeah. All right. Nice. Herman just caught a bass. Looks like he's putting it on the measuring board. 17.5. Wow, nice. 17.5. Biggest one of the day. What'd you catch it on?
What's that?
What'd you catch it on?
Swim bait. My favorite.
Yeah. Swim bait. Bluegill swim bait. If you notice, Herman and I have the same kayak. We also had at one time the same pedal kayak. Native propelled 10. There's a story about that one too. Save it for a later day.
I'll go behind you there.
What's that?
I want to go behind you.
My watch says it's 90 degrees out.
You don't want to be on that side.
I'm going to try underneath that tree. It's 90. This is kind of not always up to date. Takes a little while to register. So I caught, I think it was 8 bass and 1 bluegill. I caught the bluegill on a worm, believe it or not. So Herman is somewhere around that number. He caught a pickerel and a bunch of bass. His biggest bass was 17.5. My biggest bass was only 13, so not that big today. But it was a lot of fun. It's quiet out here, as you can see. Oh, come on, really?
Oh, you got plenty of room.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Put your head down. Okay. Oh, yeah. Put your head down. Okay.
My hair's hitting, believe it or not. Oh, shit. Oh!
You okay?
My glasses
hit
hit.
you. I stopped. I'm good. You okay? Oh, I see your mirror.
Oh, that's what caught. All
Your
right.
mirror. Some of the stuff we do.
I know. What we do just to get a good spot to fish, you know?
It's good. It's all good.
There we go.
How much room do I have?
About an inch. I'm sitting on a pillow, so I can't do it that way. I was talking to that guy over there. He fished this in a tournament.
Uh-huh.
I said, what was the club name? And he told me. I said, that was the club I helped start.
Oh, wow.
There was like 12 of us, or maybe 14. I must have been like 15 years ago now. I'm going to try to figure out what the date was.
I hope that turtle ate in the net.
So did you have trouble getting it off?
And I don't think it was a snap. I think it's just a rubber. I'm not that familiar with catfish.
I'm surprised, catfish, and you weren't throwing corn or dough balls either, right?
I was throwing the swim bait.
Really? Caught a swim bait?
I was throwing the swim bait, and it wasn't that I was dropping shit. It was moving, slowly.
So I wound up with 8 bass and 1 bluegill, and you wound up with 11 bass.
Yep, 11, 1 pickerel, 1 catfish, and hooked a turtle.
Terrible.
At first I thought it was a bass. I said, no, this thing's probably 2 straight in for a bass.
Probably heavy too, right?
Huh?
Felt heavy?
Yes. So that's what I thought it was, a bass at first.